10 classy tips to win more games. Automatically win more and beat better players with these 10 pickleball tips. If you are new to pickleball or looking for some quick tips to quickly improve your pickleball game, look no further. Here you'll find the best and easiest pickleball tips to improve your pickleball game. Now let's get right into the video. Number 1, work on your serve. The first and foremost tip is to work effortlessly on your serve. If you try to play competent singles players with some cupcake serves, they will smash the ball back to you, putting themselves in positions for an easy put-away volley. Your singles game will benefit tremendously from you getting out on the pickleball court with a bucket of balls and spending some time focusing on the power, placement, accuracy, spin, and variation of your serve. If you don't have time to practice all of that, at the very least, work on perfecting a deep serve that goes into play, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a better player. Number 2, you need a good return of serve. It's possible that you saw this one coming. When playing pickleball, having a good return of serve is at least as important as having a good serve, if not much more so. You'll have time to get up to the kitchen line and be ready to volley if you return the ball deep and make sure it's well placed. In addition, if you make a successful return, your opponent will be less likely to get a passing shot off that will get by you. 3. Identify and attack your opponent's weaknesses. Since the backhands of most players are inferior to their forehands, it's best to begin by hitting serves and returns with your backhand. Try using your forehand if you start hammering two-handed backhands down the line and cross court, they go flying right by you. Find out what kinds of shots and scenarios they are actively trying to avoid and then make it a point to put them in those kinds of situations as often as you can. This is the point. Seem ruthless? Well, it is. However, this is something that must occur. Because a pickleball does not bounce particularly high, the margin for error in singles play is not very large. Because you have a lot of ground to cover in a relatively short amount of time, developing a good strategy is very necessary for whatever degree of success you hope to achieve. Now, before we move ahead to talk more about game-changing pickleball tips, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that we can keep bringing more informative pickleball content to you. Your little contribution means a lot for us. 4. Know when to charge the kitchen line and when to hang back. When playing singles pickleball, volleying at the kitchen line is a powerful and significant strategy. However, it is essential to be aware of when to employ it. A significant number of new players have a propensity to hit a weak return down the center line and then dash up to the non-volley zone, arriving there just in time to see the ball sail by for a winner. When you have hit a deep ball with some pace and your opponent is forced to hit it while moving, that is typically the time to race up to the kitchen and get into a ready position. It will take some time and practice before you're able to recognize the appropriate times to go, but once you do, it will lead to a lot of easy points. Number 5, develop good drives. In a perfect world, you won't have no trouble driving and dropping on either your forehand or your backhand side of the court because the conditions of this world are not always ideal. It is possible that you do not own every tool. That's fine. Just need to work on improving it. Get in the habit of hitting drives close to the net with a fair amount of pace and topspin. Always go for the kill by hitting them down the line and crossing the court. In singles pickleball, power and precision are absolutely essential in contrast to the situation in doubles, where ground strokes are not always required. In doubles, ground strokes are optional. Number 6, third shot drives are key. When playing singles, you don't need a third shot drop nearly as much as you do when playing doubles. This is because in doubles, you need a good third shot drop to advance. Singles play, power, speed, and accuracy are of the utmost importance. If you see that your competitor has returned the ball a little short or in a good pocket for you to take a swing at it, then you should let it rip. Try to catch them as they are moving forward and leaning in a certain direction, then go the opposite way to get around them and earn yourself a point that you rightfully deserve. Number 7, let out balls go. This is a technique that is frequently disregarded in doubles pickleball as well. Nevertheless, in singles play, it can earn you easy points and ultimately save you valuable energy. The common saying, if it's shoulder high, let it fly, is a sage advice that, for the most part, it's applicable to situations in which one is standing in the kitchen line. You should try to really pay attention and work on not volleying balls that would otherwise soar out of bounds. And whatever mental or visual tactics work best for you, you should use those. You'll become a lot better singles player if you follow this simple piece of advice. When you first start playing pickleball, you probably won't be able to perform all of the spins and dinks that are possible, and that's quite normal. First-time players of pickleball should focus on keeping the game as straightforward as possible in the early going. Try to get as many hits as you can on the balls. Find a hitting partner and start some rallies, the objective of which is to keep the ball in play for as long as possible by keeping it out of the opponent's court. Rallies provide the ideal setting in which to get your swing mechanics flowing, allowing you to be better prepared to hone them as you go to higher levels of competition. Number 8, read your opponent's positioning tendencies. By being watchful and shrewd, you can complete with and even defeat much superior players. When they are winding down in the kitchen line, observe their body and paddle orientation. If you do so, you may be able to predict where they will strike the ball before it occurs. Attempt to recognize trends and preferences. They enjoy hitting down the line. Are you proficient defenders? Observing and recognizing patterns can provide your brain with information in advance, allowing you to react instantly and giving you the impression of being lightning fast. Number 9, play the angles. After a successful return, do not immediately take a position in the center of the court. Instead, position yourself such that you may intercept a passing shot more easily by smartly moving forward, keeping angles and geometry in mind. You may need to shift slightly to the left or right of the center, depending on which side of the court you hit to and how close or how far you hit the ball. Number 10, don't abandon finesse. You may have developed an excellent soft dink doubles game. Don't believe that was all for nothing in singles. Drop or dink shots in singles may be just as damaging as a furious passing shot if they are executed strategically. If you're on your back foot behind the baseline and a quick topspin shot is approaching, a drop may serve you better than a poor pass effort. Similarly, a reset from mid-court or a targeted dink can disrupt an opponent's rhythm and position you to attack on your following 2 shots. A pickleball game is meant to be enjoyable, but there is always an element of anxiety when attempting a new activity. It's absolutely normal to hold your breath while concentrating, but by exhaling completely, you increase the level of CO2 in your lungs, thereby reducing tension. A useful pickleball advice for new players who can become frustrated more readily is to relax when you're still learning the game's mechanics. Basically, remember to breathe. The majority of pickleball experts would claim that mobility on the court is the most crucial part of the game. If you come from a tennis background, you will discover that you have no issue with moving swiftly on the pickleball court. As opposed to playing on the heels of their feet, tennis players are accustomed to playing on the balls of their feet, which enables speedier mobility on the court. Be like a tennis player. Stay on the balls of your feet. You'll realize that you're more agile on the court and respond much quicker to serves and shots. So, do you have any secret tips for improving pickleball skills? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow picklers. Also, if you love pickleball, then make sure to watch this next video on our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.